Hi guys, Sourdough Kathy here, and today I am taking you for a look-see into the European Nightcrawler bin that I took the castings out of about 2.5 weeks ago. This was the one that you saw in a visit with the European Nightcrawlers if you watched it. And at that time there was cardboard and there was peat moss in it, because that's all I had at the time. Now the new bin, which I have here, has not only cardboard and peat moss. It doesn't have peat moss, excuse me. It has a little bit of coco coir, just a little tiny bit of it, and it has leaves, and it has some moose droppings, and the rest is just food. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to take a look inside here real quick, and I'll show you. They're getting nice in here now, bigger. One thing is that I took out some worms out of here to give to Deanna, who won the 100 subscriber contest. So this is what they're looking like. Not huge, but I have noticed that in the other experiment that I'm doing, that some of them are getting really big. So we'll talk about that in that video. But I'll tell you what, these guys are mating like crazy. They are just, here's a nice one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at the size of this one. That one is nice. That is a beauty, boy. Isn't he pretty? He's the size of my hand. Look at that. Yikes. I have not seen one that big in quite some time, so they are doing good in here. They're getting bigger and bigger, and I'll tell you, they really are blowing through the food. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you, I'm going to finish here, and we're going to go into another space, and I'm going to show you what I got and talk about some other things. Okay, so now here we are. I have just put all the castings that came out of that tote through a very small, as you can see, that's very small. I'm bringing you right up to the tip of it. That's a 2 millimeter square there, and that's how small that screen is. They're 2 millimeters. And this is what you get from it. Just lovely, lovely, beautiful castings. Now, people would say, oh, no, that's because you have to remember, this was not just, it was just not peat moss, it was also cardboard. And I waited until they had eaten every single piece of cardboard before I decided, and I even waited about 3 more weeks after that, because what happens is when you have peat moss, it will dry out and you'll see it brown on top. That's not castings. These are the castings here. These are the castings. Now, I'm going to show you what isn't castings and what is left of the peat moss. This here is what's left of the peat moss. There are little pieces of all kinds of stuff. There's also worms in here, and there are eggs. I don't know if you can see the worms. I know there's a couple of big ones in here, but most of them are very small worms. There's one right there. He's just a little guy. There's some smaller than that. I mean, maybe that big. But there's also quite a few eggs in here, so what I'll do is I'll put some food in here, and I'll give them the opportunity to grow up to be big boys. So, what's left of this peat moss will get broken down, and it'll be eaten by the worms. So, I'm going to let you know that I got what is in, this is a 28 quart 28 quart container, which is approximately 7 gallons of castings out of that container that you just saw in the other room. And this was all that I got that was not good, which is about a quart. I think this is a quart at this level. So I did not lose much. They ate all of it. And this is just a reminder, if you're going to use peat moss, it is quite acidic. And I had to wait quite a while for this, and I gave it time because there were quite a few springtails in it. But that's okay, because they ate all the junk in here that isn't, you know, broken down yet. So whatever's left in here is mostly, you can even see eggshells, and you still see a few, let's see, can we catch any of those little whiteys? They're right in there. They're not moving much because they've been moved around so much. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this, check me a like there. How about a subscription? And don't forget to ring that bell, because it's really important. I noticed that I have a lot of people that I subscribe to, their bells are being knocked off for whatever reason. So this is it for today. I love you all. Take care now. Bye-bye.